Hey guys, Drifter here. With the community's help, we've been able to solve step 1 of the Pawn Takes Pawn Easter egg. Today I'm going to walk you through all of the steps that we got done, and I'm going to point you toward the step that you, as the community, has to do in order to get me the codes to continue to reveal what I'm assuming to be zombies, but I guess could be kind of anything at this point. I actually dual streamed this morning. This is the dual PC setup of my dreams. This is the real Tandy 1000 from 1984, and that's the real 320p output over here. So yeah, fun times. Let's go through the steps. And step number 1 was we had to watch a video on pawntakespawn.tv, which I'm going to go ahead and play now.
Open, drop, save, restore. We've only begun to make our way through this maze of secrets.
How deep are you willing to go?
What paths will you travel? What other commands will you learn and follow?
Let's blow this conspiracy up.
As you probably saw throughout this video, the screen flashed with various codes. Each one of these codes was color coded. Getting a little bit redundant on the words here. And each terminal was also colored, so we knew that we needed to match the codes from colors like red, yellow, blue, whatever, to each color terminal. I had terminal 5, which was blue, so the blue codes were mine. The other content creators and I put our codes into the terminals, and we got a variety of outputs. The first set of outputs was a chess puzzle, where we had 4 different chess pieces, then we had an organization piece, and then a rotation piece. The second set of output was a whole bunch of screenshots from the Chopper Commander game, or Chopper Command game that Activision made eons ago. And then the next set of outputs was kind of like random screenshots from seems like an old text-based adventure game. I don't really know what was going on there, but that wasn't all that was done. The next thing we needed to do is figure out how to solve all of this. And thankfully, we found out the printer on Pawn Takes Pawn has been updated with some additional steps. And this was step 1 for the chess puzzle, where we modified the boards, columns, and rows to wrap around when shifted, apply the grids, our color patterns, and then we got a text code. Well, not exactly we. We weren't smart enough to do it, but this guy on Twitter, Geeky Pastimes here, absolutely killed it today. He managed to get our, yeah, he's doing the Zork stuff right now. He managed to get our chess codes going, and he managed to help solve this way faster than we did. He streamed it all too, extremely successful. If you want to see his stream, he's still working on the puzzle at twitch.tv/geekypastimes, but he just crushed it today and gave us the code, which we punched in because we couldn't solve it as fast as just one guy. So at pawntakespawn.com/dustoff, we got instructions on how to solve the helicopter code. Scanner stack to reveal rendezvous point. Reserve heli count indicates pilot manual page. Heli latitude positioning indicates order and jump direction. Then we have some colors of helicopters and a letter of index. So how this worked is we actually had to line up all of our images, and you can see this in Premiere here. I was halfway done. And if you line up all of these images, it does make some text at the bottom that says bat decoder. So then if we come back and we have to go to pawntakespawn.com/bat decoder, we actually get the original Activision Chopper command instructions. Then following those instructions, what we're able to see, if I can find, is that each one of these had specific instructions. So 2 helicopters meant page 2, that's page 1. So we would go to page 2 over here. And then we would, you notice that there's 3 choppers on each image and 3 redacted lines. So we would start on redaction number 1 and take the white chopper, and that jumps right twice. So that by and knocking would be the second word. And then letter number 5, which we would pick, would be K. And we would kind of go through all of this, just kind of in order. We would do every page and every associated helicopter image. And the text we would get out at the end of this is bonus stage unlocked. Then if we go to pawntakespawn.com/bonus stage unlocked, we end up back at the Zork puzzle again. It says return to the great underground empire and say the incantation auto gyro. Take another look at your surroundings. Some things will be different from what you remember. Harness the power of fire and use the mystic order. Solve the riddle of air and pump the great bellows. So we did have some stuff with that as well. For example, if I can find mine, because there's so much going on here. So in our images, the last ones we got were pictures of fire. Mine was fire. We had pictures of bellows and a few other associated pictures that we couldn't quite place. And I really think that these have to do with the Zork puzzle. And my understanding of this is that Zork takes quite a long time to play, and that what's supposed to happen is that you, the community, are going to go play the Zork puzzle on pawntakespawn.com, solve these puzzles, find the codes, and then tomorrow the next step is going to unlock at noon at the same time, and I'll be streaming the same time on Twitch. So this is kind of the end of the Easter egg today. You guys are going to have to take over for this afternoon and play quite a lot of Zork, but it's going to be easier when there's thousands of you and one of me. And then you're going to get 2 keys, and we'll be able to use the keys tomorrow to go back in. And if you're curious how to play Zork, just go to pawntakespawn.com. You click the computer and you can see the code down here in the bottom left. It says type Zork and hit enter, and the Zork game will launch if we're not giving it the hug of death because so many people are playing. So please do play, get those codes, and get back to me, and I will see you all tomorrow.